Hello and happy October. I am Heather Davis and I am going to be doing your readings for October. I am using the Sparkle and Shine Oracle deck by me. I made the deck and it is one of the decks on the Indigo's app. So I am going to be actually using an app to read the cards for each of the 12 horoscope signs. You can see the app right here. This is terrible reflections. So you can see the app. It's Sparkle and Shine. Go in it, and that's what it looks like inside. And then click on Readings, and allows you 1 card, 3 cards, or 5 cards. You can also check out all the cards that are in the deck. This card is available by Indigo software, and it's available for all devices. And I will have the information for this deck on each of the videos. So you can go and download the deck and do your very own reading with my cards on your own device. So October in general is feeling like a month of change. Although the leaves are starting to fall and the year is coming to a close, there's a lot of things that have to be finished with 2021. The energy is still very active right now, very heavy in some places. It can be heavy as far as forcing us into some changes that we may have been putting off for a long time. So some of us may have some stuff coming up from our past, especially right now because we're in Mercury retrograde, always a favorite time of everyone. But it is a wonderful time for facing the challenges, facing the fears, looking at things that we've been putting off, or being forced to look at things from our past that we have tried to hide or tried to bury deep within us or deep in our memories. So although it's not always our favorite time, Mercury retrograde is definitely a really good time for healing and for growing. So I am going to get to each of your readings now, but I hope you all have an amazing October, sending lots of love, and I will see you once again in November. Hello, Taurus, and happy October. Okay, so here is your reading for October. Okay, your challenge is a walled heart. Your situation is perfection, and your advice is connect. Okay, so for this reading, as I was meditating on it, what I'm really getting from you guys is that this month is the month to really focus on getting out of your limiting beliefs, letting go of limiting beliefs, okay? What my guides are showing me is that you're in this box. You're in this box of preconceived notions and limiting beliefs, okay? So you've gotten these beliefs from society or from your youth, your parents, friends. Maybe you're wanting to fit into a certain lifestyle, something like that. Something is whatever you're in right now, it just doesn't align completely with your soul. Okay, it's not, maybe pieces of it are just fine. Maybe the whole thing is completely wrong for you. But the purpose of your journey is not being fulfilled in the life that you're currently living. So you are being asked to step outside your comfort zone this month, okay? One of the things is, of course, the first card, the perfection card, that tells us that we are striving for something that doesn't align with our heart. We're striving for perfection in the way we look, the way we live, the way we work, or maybe our job. It's perfect to someone, but it's not necessarily aligning with you completely. So this is where the limiting beliefs card didn't come up, but it's very heavily implied, at least by my guides, um, because they're showing me that you're striving for perfection in something, and it aligns with these ideals that you have in your head, these limiting beliefs about what you should do or who you should be. And as you strive for perfection, some things you may not always be able to attain perfection because it's not aligned for you. It's not part of your life path. And so something you keep working toward and you keep struggling to get to this perfect state of something, and something trips you up here or you get delayed here and something just isn't quite working, and that's because it's not supposed to. It's not perfectly aligned for you. Now, that doesn't mean that pieces in your life aren't aligned, and it just may not be the right timing for you, but something is not quite right. Now, the walled heart card that came up, that is part of this puzzle. So when your heart is closed off, and you're letting your head and your ego run your day to day, your heart can't guide you. Now, your heart speaks to you from your soul. That's what helps guide you to follow your intuition, and what tells your soul, or what news comes from your soul, saying, hey, you're going down the wrong path, or hey, this isn't really right for you, or whatever. So your heart speaks to you constantly, and the more closed off you are in your heart, the harder it is to hear the little pushes that your soul gives you, hey, let's go this way, or let's go that way, or let's try this. It's you're going to love it. You don't hear those nudges from your soul. And so you go down paths, and then you struggle and you strain because it's just not right for you. So one of your missions this month is to connect with your heart. Now, that's easier said than done. It's connecting with the heart can be a very, very difficult, very long process for some. Sometimes it's not necessarily difficult. It's just you're like, okay, where do I get started? So a place to start is with gratitude. Okay, that was something that came to mind. When you are grateful for things in your life, it starts to open up your heart. And so you're being guided to maybe start a gratitude journal. I am a huge proponent of gratitude journals. If you guys have not followed me for a long time, I have been touting gratitude journals for years. So I'm going to get off my soapbox in a minute. But gratitude journals are just absolutely magic. They create love and magic, and they help you manifest, and they do wonderful things. So something that I was guided to tell you by my guides was that if you can start a gratitude journal this month, that will help you open your heart. Another thing to help you open your heart is drugs, alcohol, shopping, addictions, things like that, okay? Addictions stem from us kind of closing off ourselves and trying to numb our pain. And I totally get that. I've been doing it from years from childhood trauma, so I understand that process. It's a difficult thing to overcome at times. But for this month, see if you can't take a step back from anything that you regularly use to help you numb. Alcohol is probably the biggest ones. Of course, there are drugs, but we also have other addictions like shopping, overeating, sex, things like that, gambling. So if you can try to step back from any of those things that you do regularly to get away from the distractions and to get away from things that block you from feeling, then that is going to help you through this process. Feeling, it can be one of the hardest things that we do, but it's also one of the most important. When you allow yourself to feel the bad, it allows you to also feel the good. And when we try to block out the bad, then it is common that we also start blocking out the good. We can't find the good. And then we just wall off our heart, and our heart just can't love, it can't be hurt, but it can't feel joy and passion and all these other wonderful things. So let's see. And the last part of your card, sorry, my phone. Okay. The connection card that was up. The connection card is really important to connect with others, connect with your loved ones, connect with people that you have friendships with, people that you can be yourself with. This is very important, okay? People who you can be yourself with, people who you trust, people who you don't have to put on a facade, or you don't have to pretend to be someone. You don't have to put on pretenses. Someone or a group of people, maybe your family, that you are who you are and that love you unconditionally, and you can love them unconditionally. That's the very important thing. Not friendships that require you to be someone or to act a certain way, be a certain way, anything like that. Okay? So that is your reading for the month. I hope you have a really good month. Sending you love and blessings, and I will see you back here in October.